Welcome to Session 2, 2024. A couple things. We've learned a lot from Session 1 about what worked and what didn't work, and we're going to put some improvements in place. So I've restructured some things to hopefully make more sense. One piece of feedback I got from the anonymous survey is that a student felt overwhelmed by the number of assignments that are put into Schoology, like you can see over here on the right side. I totally get that. What I want to show you is how to use the information within Schoology so you can see when things are due. So the first thing is when you click up here on calendar, you can see all the assignments that are coming up in all your classes. Now, because I only have my classes to look at, when I look at the calendar, I have 10 classes. Just what you're seeing right here is 10 assignments all due on the same day. Now, if this were a normal student view, you would have 6 classes and you would see assignments due on the days that the teachers have assigned them. So here's today, tomorrow, these are due for all the classes in my sake. So this is how I see it. But if you look at it this way, you can see when the assignments are due. And I strongly urge you to look at this because it's going to help you know where things are due throughout the year. The next thing is, if you look at the grade book, so over on the side, when you click on grade book, you'll notice that the assignments are right here. Here's the score. If you're missing something, I'll put a comment here. Now, I don't accept late work during the session, but if you get it in on time, but it's not full credit, you can then make changes. I will put comments in here. You do that, and then most likely it says turn back in the blog paperwork or email me, and I will take a look at the assignment again. The nice thing about the gradebook in Schoology is if you click on the title of the assignment, it takes you back in and you can see the what, why, where, how. Now, as you've heard me say this in class, I've spent quite a bit of time writing these things out to help you understand what's going on for the assignment. Please look at this material. It should help clarify. Okay, next, let's close this out. The giant spreadsheets we use to track things. This is always located right here. Whee! It's been updated, and your teams are over here. I've hidden the names and email addresses, but you can see information here. That's the same stuff we did at the beginning of the school year. I'm just leaving that there so we can know more about what we need to know when we're making our teams and working on stuff. The prompt is here. Session limitations are already stipulated, but I'll put that information here as well. If there's other limitations you want to put on your own team, that's fine. By the way, I'm using a film class version of the spreadsheet, but it's the same for all the classes, just some of the content's different. So this first week, you're working on, within the limitations and the prompt, you're working on a pitch of what you're going to work on as a team. And this is due the second day of class. So today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. So this is due before the end of class tomorrow, that your team puts together a pitch of what they're going to work on for the song, for the film, for the game. And there's a template for each class to work with on that. So just so you know about that. The other thing is, looking at the spreadsheet, in between the black bars is the stuff that's due with the date up here. Now that also jives with, when I say jive, it syncs up with this. Here are all the assignments for session 2. Now assignments are green and resources are blue, either links or documents. So the green assignments, what you'll notice is that the things before the assignment help you do the assignment, whether it's a video tutorial of me showing you how to do something or other resources. And those have been updated and improved from session 1 to make more sense. The dates of the assignment are named in the title of the assignment, and the assignments start with a verb. So the verb, again, what am I supposed to do? Build, complete, self-assess, and so on and so forth. So as you move through the folder, you'll see the order of the assignments. It's the same thing as here, but once the date is passed, the assignment falls off here and is done, because this is only looking forward. So you can see we have an assignment due on Tuesday, 2 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and you're working on these all week long in your teams. So again, that's how you look at that. Now we go back to the spreadsheet. So on the 24th, this stuff is due. So you're working on these things, filling things in during class time. I'll turn these things yellow to pull your attention to it so you know that this is what's due right now. And then we go over here, you can see the 25th. At the end of this week, you'll be writing your SMART goal. So I've already put the template in here. It's the same thing we did last time. The difference this term, or this session, is that you have your primary source and your secondary source here. Your linked resource for training yourself will go here. So again, primary source is somebody who's really good at your job, and this is somebody justifying why this person is a good person to study. So this would be a person's work. This could be a movie, a game. This could be a song. This would be an interview or analysis or something of the song, of the film, of the person's work. Okay, and these can both be videos. I like videos because I think they're pretty cool, but it could also be other resources. Okay, so that's due. Now, the week after, so the second week of session 2, you'll notice that the pre-production section completely done by the end of the week. That means that you're going to have put your leader in there. You're going to have your secondary source and your primary source and secondary source. You're going to have taken notes on your tutorial and your blog post with links back into the video that you're using. Then daily stand-up meetings. So this is our Scrum and Trello boards. You'll be using those again. So you'll be using this throughout production. On the 15th of November, toward the end of the project, you will have your production section updated. That I want this resource populated as soon as possible. As soon as you have your script and film. In other classes, you'll have other resources in here. But again, before this date, you'll have information in here. And then here's your team slideshow. We've done that before. The post-mortem, when we're all done with the project, we'll debrief that. And then the post-production piece, after we get feedback from the advisory committee and do peer review, we will finish up our blog post. And over here, this is leadership. This is the Scrum Master, the organizer, or the producer. I will identify you and put that information in here. So that is this for session 2. And let's go up here. The daily slideshow is going to be always linked right here. So if you're not here, you could come in and take a look. So for instance, day 1, I like to always put this here. This is what we're working on, filling out names on this side, and then the teams are filling this out on day 1. So that's kind of how we're starting off. The theme is here. I have more specific stuff for the prompt, and that is today's slideshow. All right, that is it in a nutshell. Actually, one more thing. The calendar, when we go over here, when you look, you can see when things are due throughout the year. So I click over here and, whoops, here we go. You can see that we're starting session 2 on the dark red on the 21st, and we're going to end on the 15th. We present to the advisory committee the week after, and we finish up the blog stuff with postmortem over here. And then we start session 3. So you have that. And lastly, what I didn't talk about is underneath here, the professional quotient rubric. This is what we're measuring every month. So at the end of October, you will remeasure this. We're not going to do the professional presence yet. So out of 20 points, how do you feel you're doing with these? We already did it for September, and you will be assessing that on the back. So you go across the bottom with your score, go all the way up. So if I have 15, that means I'm a 2. So when I go over here, out of 4, I'd have 2 out of 4. And out of 20, let me just fix that right there, because we're not doing the other one, and I'll fix this right here. You're watching this live. Isn't this fun? It's not fun, but I'm having fun. Okay, well, thanks for watching. And oh yeah, and the weekly video is always here. This is the session overview video, which is at the top of the folder. It's right here. You can always watch that if you're not quite sure what's going on during the session. All right, thanks for watching.